Hello, welcome back to Mountain Gym Card Collectibles. So today I want to talk about the upcoming 2026 Topps Series 1 design for their baseball cards, which will likely, go to their other licensed cards as well, basketball and football, which I think is as cheesy as can be. But when I first looked at the card, there it is. It reminded me a lot of certain cards from the 1990s. And maybe Topps is beginning to sit on their laurels and not put as much effort into their designs as they used to. But, for me, when I saw this card, for one reason or another, the 1997 Donruss set came to mind. And, if you look at it, this is just off of eBay. The reason why is, we see this Donruss up here, and then we have this line, okay, and then we have this line, okay, and then right there, we have the Detroit Tigers logo, okay. You see the Tigers, okay. And when you look at this design, it's that same kind of line. I mean, it's not as direct, And Topps went ahead and put borders on it, which I think makes it look worse than the Donruss. I like the Donruss design for the most part, from 97. I mean, it's just part of the, 90s era card sets, that I typically, collected a lot of cards out of. The other design that came to my mind was the 1991 Topps set. I know that this 2026 set's hyping up the 75th anniversary, whereas the 91 was hyping up the 40th anniversary. But when you look at the lines, when you look at where the names and letters are at, it's very similar. Yeah, the Pirates are on the bottom right, of course, but you see the top left emblem, you see that line. This is Barry Bonds. I actually have this card in my personal collection. I have a lot of Barry Bonds base cards, but the thing about the 91 set, it just came to mind, because I sell a lot of cards online. I mean, I've got like a 97 Topps gallery going out today already. It's just, I'm fully aware of a lot of these designs from the 1990s, all right? And so I'm not sure if really what Topps was trying to do was a nod to the 90s designs to an extent. I don't mind that, but then again, it feels really unoriginal, this card design. And I'm not the only one who's saying that, I mean, I said earlier, there's been a lot of kind of negativity directed towards this design that I've noticed, but I just went to the Topps site, and on X to see what a lot of people are saying. Now, it's too late, obviously, to go back to the card design board, obviously. Maybe they should have been fishing this out like last year. How are you guys feeling about this design? That would make more sense rather than just, going, here it is. And a lot of people looking at it going, oh, meh, because it really is kind of a meh design. So let's take a look at it. First look, 2026 Topps Series 1. Yeah, this came out on January 12th, 2026. I mean, right out the gate. I mean, bummer. Yeah, I mean, it really is a bummer to sit and hold the Monopoly and then just to throw a bunch of unoriginal designs that feel like they're stolen from the 90s at us, I mean, let's be honest here. If I want 90s product, I'll go buy a 90s product. I mean, my LCS typically has numerous packs of junk wax I can open, I mean, if that's what I want to do, I'll just go buy it. Looks a little cheap. Yep, it really does. I mean, it's not a very passionate design to say the least. Better than 25, but still boring. Was hoping for a bigger design. Swing like 24. Yeah, a lot of people like that 2024 design, including me. I mean, when I look at that 2024 design, it was awesome with, the neon lights in the upper right corner, the black card, which I'm not the biggest black card fan because, edges and this and that. But I just really like that design, and a lot of other people did too. People just aren't feeling this design. This design feels like junk wax era stuff. It really does. I mean, if you're just going to throw this at us, we may as well have other companies with licenses. Let's be honest here. And then they're going to, recycle this into other products. And it's a bad look. Looks like Big League. I think Big League looks a little bit better myself. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with the Topps design team. And maybe it's Michael Rubin himself. Maybe the guy just doesn't have good taste for art, And really, you kind of have to in this business. You have to have a taste for artwork. People always crap on Flagship design, but this is actually fine. It's basic and clear like it's supposed to be. To me, it's right there, meh. and the reason why it's a meh moment is because, I said it. I mean, someone like me, immediately I was thinking 97 Donruss. I'm thinking 91 Topps. I'm pretty much dead on. It's just, come on, guys. If you're going to recycle stuff from the 90s, there's a lot better stuff you could have worked on, there really is. Not a fan. I don't understand your design process. That team color stripe on the left is so awkward. The LAD looks forced and uncomfortable. Apparently your designers don't know anything about leading. Also, that 75 anniversary logo is cool, but could have been a higher opacity. Yeah, let's take a closer look at, here's a picture. I mean, with a little bit more color, it is starting to come to life, but really, the MIL, and like LAD, I think that's just cheesy, And then as far as, the top 75 logo design, it doesn't stand out very well. I mean, maybe it will on other cards. And then, we still can't deny, the 97 Donruss look, with the line here and the line, there. I mean, this card looks better to me than that Shohei. I'll put that out there, but still, it's hard not to notice the fact that this logo on the bottom left here is just like the 97 Donruss design. It really is. Anyway, the design looks clean. Can't wait to see how this one feels in hand. And some people, are really liking it. But overall, I have a sense that most people are just kind of going meh. Terrible. I was hoping for something much better for 75th year. Honestly, I kind of prefer the 1991 Topps design, to be quite honest. I don't know why. This just really feels generic to me. You know what I mean? More garbage cut, copy and paste from Michael Rubin and company. Yeah, I mean, what would they spend to design this? At least 2 hours. Huh? Michael Rubin woke up, on his Learjet. Oh, gotta design something, but I'm in a hurry. I got all this stuff going on today. So he put half hour and a half into it. Probably recently looked at a 1997 Donruss base card. Beautiful, or as Neil would say, the chef's kiss. And honestly, I guess I'd rather have the 97 base Donruss, I mean, at least it was original back then for the most part. That's a really effing ugly design. But to be fair below it, yeah, this is decent. Yeah, it's decent, but it's not really making you do a handspring now, is it? Oh, I gotta have this. That brings back the feeling of opening packs at the kitchen table. Some traditions are worth keeping. Yeah, back in 97, ripping open Donruss. Or back in 91, ripping open some 91 Topps base. Kind of lame. The left side is cool, looking like a patch, but a little plain in general overall. I like the names in bold, solid lettering. Yeah, I mean, there is a few good things, about the card, but I think that people are just like almost demanding Topps to like hire someone like Vincent Van Gogh or some original artist, maybe a Monet or someone. I don't know, they want original stuff, almost like in the 1800s when they're releasing new artwork all the time. You know what I mean? We want original stuff here. This is very basic, disappointing. Love the design. Bring on 2026. So there are lovers and haters of this card. I'm just not a big fan because I went over why I'm not a big fan. It just reminds me of prior designs to no end here. Looks like a Panini product and a low-end Panini product. Almost reminds me of, like Score. There you go. And I used to really like Score. Score was awesome until Panini took it over and trashed it. I swear these cards get uglier and uglier. They do. They really do. And they're really getting ugly since 2024 because I think that 2024 was kind of a peak for Topps card unique designs. I mean, people were like really liking that. I really like that design, and I'm an artist. What happened there? Did they fire that artist? You guys are making art too good here on these cards. Time to get out of here. Time to go back to some boring Flagship, watch paint dry stuff. I just don't get it. Not sure why the Topps 75 is so hard to see, but okay. It is. I mean, I wish they would have just done it like 91, I mean, come on, guys. Grok, make this card design a little more exciting so it's not quite as bland. Tacky. Swing and a miss. That's one you don't overthink. Simple design and the right player always works. Okay, I mean, some people like that 90s design, and maybe that's what I'm missing here. Growing up in the 90s, always ripping packs from the 90s a lot of the time. Still ripping packs from the 90s. Maybe I've just seen too much of the 90s. Hey, if you're a fan of the 90s, which I am a fan of Junk Wax, maybe that's what they were going for. But, I still like unique designs. And, I just, right out the gate, I was seeing, 97 Donruss base, 91 Topps base. I was just like, what is going on here? Was hoping Topps would pay homage to 1976 Topps, but I'll probably buy too much anyway. No, they're paying homage to 97 Donruss. And I'm laughing about it, man. So, I mean, you can go anywhere else online, you'll see some posts. I mean, typically with not as many replies as this one. And the other posts I saw with replies, on this card, they were all pretty negative as well. I mean, there's a few people sticking up for it. A few people like the design, but, I guess I just feel like they didn't put much effort into it. They just really didn't, I'm not a big fan of the font either for one reason or another. I don't care for that font. They're putting the players' names in. I do like the left side of the card better than the right side, to be honest. The left side is definitely giving me those 97 Donruss vibes, and even, definitely the 91 Topps vibes to an extent. Okay, so I like the left side better than the right side. The right side, I just feel like, what are they doing here? So just not a big fan, and a lot of other people just aren't big fans either. And if you're gonna carry a card design through other sports, you have to work harder at it. Let's face it, you just really do. And, the Shohei here, you can just barely see the 75. I mean, I don't get that. I mean, spend a little bit more money here, Ruben. I mean, at least in the old days, they'd give us, some glossy metal for that 75 or something more than that. I mean, it's just, what, he doesn't want to put any metal on the cards? At least they do that in the 90s, right? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, why are you guys so cheesy with your base? Just put a little bit of metal here and there on it. It'll look a lot better. Anyway, I guess that's the nature of 2026 sports cards. I mean, we got to be cheap and chintzy from the corporate level. Huh? We will put no metal on base. So anyway, leave some comments. Comments are awesome. I'd like to thank my subscribers. You're the reasons I keep doing this, because I'm still not monetized, you know. And then I'd like to thank my viewers. If you haven't subscribed as a viewer, thank you for watching. If you could just click that subscription button, it'd really help out my channel, and I could improve it immensely. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.